First and foremost, along on the party, all of us properties are non-smoking, so please refrain from smoking while visiting with us today. Secondly, I know we've given you a lot of maps, papers, and pamphlets. Please hold on to these items as well as all personal belongings, especially garbage. Anything blowing into any of our exhibits can be very harmful, even deadly to the animals that live there. So please dispose of all garbage properly. Next, we're going to have to keep the center staircase and side ramp free and clear at all times, as these do make up our one and only emergency exit route, so please no sitting or standing in those areas for any length of time. And lastly, your show will be about 10 to 15 minutes long. We ask that you try to remain seated up there in that Coliseum for the duration of our show, as any getting up and moving around can be very distracting for performers here on stage, as well as for the guests still watching the show around you. However, if there is an emergency or you do choose to exit, please make your way down the center staircase and exit quietly and completely, either through the glass doors to my left or through the gates to my right. We just ask that if you choose to exit, please do not approach this half wall in front of me at any point in time, as we will be working with a wild animal down here on stage. So those of you with little ones, please keep them close when exiting. All right, with all those rules and announcements out of the way, I asked you guys how you were doing before, and you were pretty loud, but I see a lot of people off from school or on a camp shoot, so if you can't do it, I think you guys make a lot much more noise than
go
our
school.
stars. So what do you guys say? Are you ready for our show?
Yeah!
Well, hello and welcome to our Bridgehampton National Bank Coliseum, sponsored pretty close by Bridgehampton National Bank for our Sea Lion show. My name is
I'm taking a video.
I'll be the host for your show today. And joining me back there on stage
Nope,
is
you can't be
the star of your show.
No.
Java.
I'm going on a YouTube channel, so don't get in it.
He's 14 years old.
Hey!
And doing that this morning,
485 pounds.
Whoa.
you guys did a great job making noise before with this.
Come on, take a video.
So put your hands together for Java.
This is such a great show!
Java! And Java's bringing you all straight down.
He's like, flip that feather.
Look at that. He's bringing it.
He's waving.
If you see anything you like,
How did
anything
they
at all, be sure to
train
put
him?
your hands together. We really do appreciate it.
He's clapping. He's clapping. He's clapping. Jump, jump,
Now we're going to start
jump.
up your show by answering a very popular question we get here at the aquarium, and that's how do we train our animals to do all the behaviors you'll be seeing throughout our show? But Java and Candace will be demonstrating this for you. Now, the very first behavior that Java learned how to do is something called targeting. What this means is to learn to place and hold his nose to our fist, just like they're showing you there. Once he's comfortable with that, we're able to transfer that targeting behavior to other objects, such as that red and white buoy on a stick called a target pole, or even that colorful ball suspended high above the water. We are then able to train our animals to follow these objects around, and from there we can shape really cool behaviors like jumping. You see, that ball started at the surface of the water, and even able to raise it higher and higher over time to the level it's at right now, but I don't know, you two, that's looking pretty high. I think Java's going to need some help from his band, so let's make some noise for him and encourage him.
Woohoo! I missed it.
Praised by Whisker. Nice job, buddy. And you'll notice we're doing such a great job with that. His trainer, Candace, supports him with lots of his favorite food, which of course is fish. And that's called positive reinforcement, and that's how we train all of our animals here at the aquarium. Now, Java is in fact the California sea lion, and in the wild, that species can be found all along the western coast of North America. As far south as the Baja Peninsula down in Mexico, and all the way up north to British Columbia and Canada. In the wild, they gather in very large groups called rookeries, and in these rookeries, they need to be very quick, very agile, and very brave, not only in the water, but also on land. So this morning, Java wants to prove to you all just how brave he is by making his way to the highest point of his exhibit. And he's made it up there with no problems at all. Alright, Java, it looks like some of your fans were impressed with that, but for those of you who are not impressed, we all know there's only one way down from a height like that. So Java, let's see your fabulous high dive! High dive! Oh, Java, that is not a high dive! You look awfully silly up there, and I feel silly down here too. I know, you should be a little embarrassed. That is embarrassing. You know what, sometimes he gets all the way up there and forgets just how high it is. Maybe he needs a little bit more help, a little bit more encouragement to get him to do that high dive. Can we see that high dive? There it is! have a question for you guys. How would you like to see Java a little bit closer today?
Yeah!
So Java and Candace are going to make their way up front here, or they're going to join me right up here on this seat. Now, while these two make their way around, I'm sure you may have noticed that Java is not the only sea lion located in this exhibit. He's joined by Bunker and Neela. Now, Bunker is our adult female California sea lion. She's located in that holding pool to my right there. Now, she's 180 pounds and 14 years old, just like Java. At 180 pounds, she's the perfect weight because adult female California sea lions usually max out at 250 pounds. So Bunker's full grown. Now behind Bunker is Neela. Neela is our 2-year-old sea lion. She was actually rescued off the coast of California. So if you'd like more information about her and her amazing story in New York, feel free to come on down after the show and ask me. But right now it's Java's turn and it looks like he's all set up here. Let's put our hands together and welcome him back to our show.
Yeah! Woohoo!
You know what? I just realized something pretty embarrassing. You know, we're halfway through our show here, and I gave Java the chance to wave hello to all of you, but I never gave Java the chance to say hello to his trainer, Candace, and that is just not right. So let's pause for a moment, allow these two to have their proper greeting with a great big sea lion hug. Very sweet, you two. It does take a lot of trust and teamwork when working with a wild animal.
My back
like
is burning
Java.
because of the sun.
Now, here at the aquarium, we know it can be difficult to tell the difference between California sea lions, like your star there, and his cousin, the true seal, like gray or harbor seals. Well, with Java and Candace's help, we'll be pointing out some major differences for you. Now, one difference can be found in their necks. Sea lions have very long and flexible necks, and Candace is stretching Java's neck all the way out for you to show you just how long it is. Which is pretty impressive, but just you wait. His neck is so long and so flexible, he can touch his nose all the way to his back. Check this out.
Ouch!
Don't try that one at home, folks. Now, his cousin, the true seal, has a very flexible neck as well. It's just not nearly as long as your stars. Another difference between true seals and sea lions can be found in their rear flippers. Sea lions have the ability to tuck their rear flippers up and underneath their bodies. So as you can see, he has no trouble at all hopping on and off of that seat and following Candace around on the stage with ease. This is due to a rotating hip bone. His cousin, the true seal, lacks this rotating hip bone, so when they come out on land, their rear flippers stay stuck out behind them. Now, Java's actually come up with a great impression of his true seal cousin. So Java, what does a true seal look like out on land? That's right, like a great big fuzzy inchworm. Don't be shy, folks. Let's hear it for your community.
Yeah! I'm trying to clap with my arm while I'm holding my
Silly
iPad.
this morning, but he's absolutely correct. When a true seal comes out on land, they scoot around on their bellies just like that. And a third difference can be found in their ears. If you take a close look at the side of Java's head, you'll notice he has small external ear flaps, and Candace is pointing one of those out for you. These are called pinnae. His cousin, the true seal, lacks these pinnae or external ear flaps, and instead they just have a small
Trained
opening
one.
behind each eye. And one final difference can be found in
If I
their
ever
front
get rich,
flippers.
I'll get
Sea
something like
lions are
that.
very
And then
large
get a sea
and
lion.
powerful front flippers, and he's giving
And then
you
learn
a
how to
great
train it like
view of his
that.
right there.
I'm gonna get a trained one.
Yeah, no.
Now, sea lions
I'm
use
not a
very
wild.
powerful front flippers to help pull their bodies through the water when they swim. Java's going to further demonstrate just how graceful he can be in the water by showing off his porpoising jumps. And you're going to see his trainer Candace give him a hand signal, and away he goes. I have a hint for you guys. The louder you clap, the higher he's going to jump for us. Let's put him
Oh! That'd be a cool pool. That'd be a really cool pool.
Those are some graceful jumps. He's having a lot of fun.
Imagine
with
having that
those.
as a pool.
Now, sea
A
lions in the
waterfall
wild
over
can
there.
clock at top speeds of 25 miles per hour. Now, Java's front flippers are not only very strong and powerful in the water, they're also very strong up here on land. You see, Java can support his entire body weight on them, much like you or I would do a handstand. So whenever you're ready, buddy, wow the crowd with your strength.
Whoa!
Beautiful job, buddy. Remember, that's over 380 pounds on those two front flippers alone. Now, Now, his cousin, the true seal, would not be able to do something like that because they have much shorter front flippers that they use to steer their bodies through the water rather than pull themselves like a sea lion. But now that you know some of those differences, be sure to check out our true seals, our gray and our copper seals out in the front of our aquarium and see if you can point out those differences for yourselves. But Java here wants to make sure that you never confuse him with his cousin again, and he wants to prove to you all just how easily he can move out here on land. You see, he's been working on some of his dance moves. So what do you guys say? Do you want to see Java dance?
Yeah!
Oh, we thought. So we're going to get Java's favorite song on. Now, once you hear the beat, feel free to clap along with it and help Java keep the rhythm. All right, buddy.
Hot, hot.
Take it away.